Right, I've got it re-riveted, so this bit's, well, you can see where the old rivet was, so it's a bit better, but it's still, if you just pull it, the donger still just swings along with it, which is no good. So I had to think, rather than doing a spring. Hello. Are you coming? Come say hello. Right, I'm working. Right, you're going back out in the rain. Come back out. No, you come back in again. I'm telling people about stuff. Yeah. Right, bugger off. Right, where was I? I don't think I need a spring. What I need to do is have, well, basically this balanced, and when you pull the handle down you need a stopper of some kind. I'll get the leaves out of the way. So once this gets pulled in, it's going to stop suddenly, which gets the bell to ring. But to do that without a spring, I need to have this balanced. Did I just say I need it balanced? So I still need it balanced. So I don't want to have just an ugly sort of knob of metal on the end. I want something a bit prettier. So, seeing as I've went for the sort of branchy, leafy vibe, I don't know how it's quite going to look when it's done, but the idea is just to weld a piece on here, have another piece coming up and around, but make it a little bit more, I don't know, branchy, with a few more leaves on. So there's a bit of weight there that's going to work as a counterbalance for all of that. So if I put that back, and what I've came up with is more leaves and this bar which I put some little twists on. If you're wondering what sort of leaves they are and what sort of tree they came off, it's ironwood. Alright then, so this is kind of going to get, oh come on camera, welded on something like that. So this is going to curve up and around and down a bit, so it's still, you're still going to see the bell, but it's going to be disguised a little bit more with a few more leaves, so we go on like for a full-on elvish foresty vibe. And then this, well, it's going to be flat on the end, but I'm going to put on that bit where I was just going to put some little brackets across, is have some sort of a stopper. Helps if you point in the right direction. Have a little stopper there, so when this hits in, that actually hits that, stops it suddenly, which gets that to ring. Hello again. Yeah, I think that means it's food o'clock. Yeah, on guard, Monsieur Pussycat. So, does that all make sense? So, what I've got, what I need to do as well, I still wanted to get a couple of leaves in here, so I did, was it about 14? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, so 14. So I'll have a couple on the back bit and then a few more at the front, and hopefully that'll work. So what I'm needing to do is weigh all of that, see how it comes up with that. Oh, I've put the how it weighs up with that, and then hopefully it'll work. Aye, so did you get on that? Right, I'm going to do a little bit more and then I'm going to have a sandwich which I'll probably end up sharing with the cats. And aye, right, I'll do a little bit more and I'll see how far I get. Right, got the scales out. So this is the handle and everything, and that weighs a pint. Right, so we're measuring in pints. So there's a pint, and I haven't put all the leaves in this plastic bag because some of them are for the back bit. So, and if I weigh these, yeah, that weighs a bit over a pint. So that's, I don't know, a pint including the milk bottle. Right, I'm close, so I just need to start getting stuff made, welded on, and then if I use the force a bit, get it all to balance out on the bell, and that'll be groovy. Right, cat's fed, so I can go on a bit longer. So right, let's do some head scratching and I'll show you the next bit. Right, I've got this mostly forged in a way that I'm happy with, because I wanted to go organic, so there's no straight lines, and then I'm just getting a rough idea on what leaves will fit where. I did have them better arranged, but then I've actually had to grind something down for another job, so I've went and messed it up. So leaves I'll work out as I go, but I've decided I'm going to have to start, well, welding them on obviously, then wait, see what the balance point is compared to that, and then start fitting it, and then just minor tweaks. I've got a couple of other leaves set out, so the next job, I think what I've got to start doing is putting those leaves on there, kind of, oh, if I get the other leaf out of the way, something like that, well, that, I don't know, somewhere. I did work out where I was putting that, and then I can just blend it all in, tidy it up as I go. Then I can have the sort of brackety bits to go over. Then that's complete, well, actually apart from the screw holes which I need to put in, but that's done ish. So yeah, so I'm gonna go in, have a sandwich, say, which I'll share with the cat. Yeah, I think I'll wait until tomorrow and I'll do a little bit more when I'm fresh, and then I'll get this all uploaded, but not probably by the end of the weekend. Right, see you tomorrow. Right then, a bit more progress. So, well, tidied up some of the welds on those bits that I wasn't happy with. There's some leaves left which I'm still going to put in there somewhere, but the bit to show you, I didn't record it because it was a bloody nightmare to do, is, let's see if I can find a nice place to, there you go. So that just going to tidy that bit up, but that actually looks okay, and I probably cannot do it one-handed, but I'll try and show you how it balances. So hold on. Right, I'm cheating a bit because I cannot quite hold it together because it's just too much of an uneven shape. So it's gonna go, if I can get my arm out of the way, like that. So what I did do was work out a bit of a balance point, more or less where my fingers and thumb are. I just need to stick an extra bit on the end. It's going to be like a little knocker bit to fit on the back bit. Weld a little knocker bit on there, well, so the two knockers hit together, giggity. And then just get the dangly bit to fit on securely, and then weld this bit onto the top of the bell, that bit. So right, hang on a minute again. Right, I managed it kind of. So if I just kind of balance that there, so there's the bell. All your extra leaves are going to be at the front. So balls. So I managed to, if I can get that back on there again. So when this bit moves, the leaves shouldn't bash each other. There, if I try and zoom out a bit so you can see. So now that's going to get welded, well, I can't point, but that'll eventually get welded on. So when the handle gets pulled, that's going to go forwards, and I might lengthen it a bit, so there's going to be two bits there which are going to, well, say a pair of knockers, giggity, which are going to be stoppers, so knocker stoppers. So when it stops suddenly, that'll get the dong to hit the bell end, and then it should work. And then all I have to do is final polishing, final tidy up the welds, glue it, lacquer it to death because it's going to live outside, and then deliver it, and hopefully they'll like it. So right, I think that's enough for the night. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to work out how to put this hole down. Hold on, there. Right, so there you go. That'll kind of go on like there, and then that'll rock inwards, which you can't see because my arm's in the way, and that'll be that. So still bits of fine tuning. So as I was saying, so I just need, once I get that bit done, and I'm happy with the balance point, then I'll get that welded on there, get the little knockery bits, and then, like I say, just need to drill holes in, screw holes in, say polish it, glue it, lacquer it, and then deliver it. So right, it's cold now and it's raining again, so I'm gonna go in, put my feet up, and see what progress I make tomorrow. But yeah, overall I think that's came out quite leafy. There you go. There's me just apt descriptive word of the day. Oops. Right, see you in a bit. Right, I think I've got it all worked out now. So there's me leaves and stuff. So there's that. So I've worked on a bit at the end. Worked well, welded. I've welded that bit back up. So now it dangles all the way down, so that sits like that. Doesn't sit on the magnets very well, So I've welded up that hole, so that just wants tidying up. So I just need to get the balance point wherever it is. I'm going to leave that a bit gnarly just to keep its original character. So that, once that's on there and these are fitted in the holes, that should do it. Oh, drill the holes in as well. So all I need to do after that is get it all up to a shine, then glue it and lacquer it. But these leaves, I think once they're in place, I'm going to get some oxyacetylene on and just lift them up a little bit. Oh, and I still need to put the leaves on there. So yeah, you wouldn't think it, but that was a pain in the arse to work out. So right, let's get cracking. Right, if I can get it to stay still, there's pretty much the balance point. So it's doing what I want it to, mostly. And then the back of the round bit is going to be hitting off there, which will stop the bell suddenly, causing the ding to dong. Make sense? Right. Right, bit of an action shot. That bit turns out was actually the wrong balance point, so I've moved it back a bit. I need to tweak that a bit and that a bit. I think that one needs to stay there. So right. Hold on, that's going to take forever. I'll stick you on pause for a minute until I get some heat. Right, that actually didn't take too long really. So hopefully I can get this pulled out a little bit without pulling the whole thing off with the vise. Ow, yeah, something I forgot. It's how hot it's going to get. Funny thing with oxyacetylene, how hot things get. It's coming, even though my gloves are melting. Yeah, my gloves are melting. Oh, that's coming. Twist it a bit. Yeah, the gloves aren't going to last long. Bloody hell. There we go, there's a big movement. tiny bit more, I think. Right, a little bit happier with that. Don't know if I can get this one out. Let's have a go. Actually, I think if I just do this one a tiny bit. That's a bit better. And this one can come out. Done it. Right, that'll do for that. That needs to get straightened a little bit, I think, but I'm going to do a test fit. Right, hold on. Right, done a test fit to see if the leaves fit. So, does that fit in there? Does that balance now? Does it actually work? Well, I would love to tell you, but you're going to have to tune in to the next thrilling installment. Ha 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 ha. And I might even wait until after Christmas.